O Lord of mine, I will hold no grudge. I will seek no revenge, I will do whatever you order. It doesn't matter what happens to me, so please, I beg you, please my paradise. So it was like that. I will. I guess a lord has a responsibility to protect their vassal. Sorry I didn't notice. You also lost the bet. Think about your punishment on my behalf. All forces, halt. I am General Sarbist Ejim. Who dares to block our path? Who knows? Let me ask this instead, what business do you guys have in a backwater like this? It is the will of His Majesty, the Emperor. He heard that there is a witch here who has instigated the virtuous people of the continent, with monsters who were foolishly tricked by the witch and fell into the depths of evil lurking here. How could he just stand by? So, may everything be purified with the sacredness of fire. I know who these people are. As decreed by the Pope, punish the heretic claiming to be a saintess. As ordered by the ruler of the forest. This orb given to us by the emperor of the Mare people shall. The paladins of the temple saved on the 13th floor. The elves of the forest saved on the 14th floor. The magicians of the falls saved on the 15th floor. The merchants of the Federation of Free Cities, the field cavalry, and the soldiers of all the vassal nations have decided to act together. The entire world is cooperating to enact this retribution. The warriors of the volcano, saved on the 16th floor. The armed merchant company from the 17th floor, the nomads from the 18th floor, the soldiers of the vassal nations and minor territories from the 19th floor, the people that I saved. I ask you again, hero of a frozen world difficulty unknown, O hero. The humans of this continent will never know your justice, nor will they ever acknowledge your devotion. However, justice is still justice, and devotion is still devotion. Will you still choose to continue being a hero, even in a world frozen in time? General Sarbist Ejim, you there, did you just say that you have come on an imperial decree?
¿Y you there?
You dare speak down to a general of the empire acting under an imperial decree. What a ridiculous person. You comment on the imperial mandate, assuming that there's no person who knows the situation decreed by the emperor as well as you. I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something so insolent? Were you sent by the witch who lives here? Insolent? Can someone who wants to defeat the already decided crown prince and raise the third prince to the position instead really say that? It's what I found out when I saw the general's trauma. He doesn't know that, though. Dude, you shouldn't live like that. Think of all the grace His Majesty has granted you. The possibility that someone who was going to live their whole life pulling in nets at the port could become an imperial guard and then a general is all thanks to His Majesty. I see now, you must be someone from the Amber Palace, I assume? Did you come to cause strife in this place, where the world has gathered together with a general will? Foolish bastard! Do I look like the mere puppet of a deposed queen? Maybe it's because you used to pull in nets, but your eyes seriously have holes in them. Titch, then just who sent you? You asked who I was. Did you not? See for yourself. The emissary sent by the mighty founder Leofanta Ejim stands before you. Sarbist Ejim. I am well aware of the chaos within the imperial family, and I recognize the evil conduct of the trash crown prince. I also know that you stood on the side of the third prince merely out of pure loyalty to the empire. The reason why I denounced you just now for having gone crazy from power was merely to test your nature. Are you saddened by that? How could I be? All for assessing my loyalty. But I was foolish and could not overcome my hastiness. How can I repent this sin? If there is nothing to be saddened by, how can you still look down upon me from your horse? I am deeply honored. May she watch over the rising sun and protect everything between the sea and land. O Ejim Empire, may you shine forevermore. This humble one greets the emissary of the founder. We greet thee. Greetings to the emissary of the founder. Wowie. Kim Zombie. I only thought you were good at speaking nonsense, but it turns out you've also got a knack for bullshitting. You only realized that now? Then allow me to give you one piece of advice. When swinging your sword, it's not only your actual skills that are important. Trust. Confidence. Self-confidence is particularly important. It's the same with bullshitting. If you want to fool your opponent, you must fool yourself first. Remember this. Bullshitting is all about confidence. The emissary of the founder? That sword is the real deal, but why is an emissary in a place like this? As expected, the effect of the holy sword is limited to just the Ejim army. Sir emissary of the founder? May this humble Dant put forth a question? You may. We came here today to subjugate witch, but how is it that the emissary ended up here? Remember, bullshitting is all about confidence. Men, I have already subjugated the witch. Reaperscans.com, look over there. Esther. It's the witch of the outskirts. I've seen her before. That woman is definitely her. Burn the witch. Kill her at once. Derpreta. Come here and kneel before those people. Bow your head down. Hands on the ground. Put your forehead to the ground. Push off the ground in that position with both feet and do a tuck and roll. Did you not hear me? I did. Roll. Now do a headstand. Hurry up and do a headstand. Spread your legs apart and jump 20 times. 10 squats, go. When you're done, give me 10 push-ups. Hold a plank for 20 seconds. I can't do any more, my lord. My body won't move, do you get it now? As you can see, the witch has already been subjugated by me. Now, no matter what happens, she cannot defy my orders. It is impossible for her to threaten the continent any longer. So you can relax. If the emissary says so. Wait! What the hell are you doing right now? We came here to subjugate the witch. But according to the emissary, the witch has already been subjugated. How can you believe that? To begin with, the only evidence that boy has of being the emissary of the Great Eastern Founder is a mere sword. Right? A mere sword, you say? Are you doubting the authority of the empire right now? Are you doubting that sword, which is evidence of the goddess's favor? But His Excellency the Pope gave me an order. It seems that you are putting something like the Pope's command above the founder. What? You dare doubt the authority of the temple. You're the one who doubted the authority of the holy sword of protection first. Are you not? I see. Seems to me that the third prince you serve is not in need of His Excellency the Pope's support. What support? The emissary of the founder has already graced us with his attention. Who cares? Buzz, is that really the intent of the third prince's faction? Buzz, I can understand now why Preta divided the hunters. Buzz, we shouldn't be doing this right now. Shouldn't we verify the words of that young man a bit more? This is why I say short-lived humans are so foolish. What did you say? Do you mean to say the elves have been looking down on us all this time? Just what are the temple and empire doing right now? How can you be fighting in a place as grave as this? Of what use are words? Resolve things with a duel like real warriors. Everyone, please move aside. In my eyes, the issue of concern right now is simple. Whether that young man is truly the emissary of the founder, whether that woman is truly the witch, and whether the emissary truly has subjugated the witch. As long as we can confirm these three uncertainties, this issue can be resolved. And how do you intend on confirming those things? This is the soul orb granted to me by the emperor of the Mare people. If a drop of blood is placed on this orb, one can find out whether the owner of the blood has a good soul or an evil soul. Come. If that woman is truly the witch of the outskirts, and you are truly the emissary of the founder accept the test of this orb. This is the soul orb granted to me by the emperor of the Mare people. When the blood of one with a good soul touches the orb, it will emanate a white light, and with the blood of one with an evil soul, the orb will turn pitch black. Come. If that woman is truly the witch of the outskirts and you are truly the emissary of the founder, accept the test of this orb. The evil deeds you have committed, the good deeds you have accumulated, the orb will verify it all. It's something like Paladin's lie detection and Sword Saint's eyes of a detective, Yeah. The demifolk are good at making gizmos like that. Alright, you can test me anytime. I hope you won't regret it. Falsehoods are futile before the orb. Ice then, let us verify this woman's soul first. How can there be such an evil soul? Just how much evil and slaughter were committed?
À Trulikerst existence.
Which, no, She is definitely the Demon King. Now it is your turn. You who call yourself the emissary of the founder, are you mentally prepared? I'm always prepared. Dear, know that it is futile to dress yourself in falsehoods. Now, teach this is, what incarnation? O droplet sent by the emperor of the mare people. Why is a light like this coming from the orb dash? Just how in the world can this soul be this pure? Just how many lives did he save? This person. M is the light. He is the light. A light? Can't you recognize this sparkling soul? And not really. Why not? Can you not see it, leader of the paladins? What do you mean by light? This is why. This is why I say that we can't communicate properly with vulgar humans. There's no reason for someone with a soul like this to lie to us. Even if he did, it would be for our sakes. This person is indeed the emissary of the founder. No, he is most certainly the apostle of the goddess. Indeed, I am the apostle of the goddess. She said he's the light. What light? The thing did shine. And the sword is pretty shiny, too. It's apparently the sword used by Egypt's emperor or something. Then is he really from some kind of noble family? No, I am still unconvinced. Let's say that young man. That person is indeed the emissary of the founder and the light. But then why in the world would he block our way forward? Did you all forget? We must burn that place down. I. His Excellency the Pope was not just worried about the witch. The heretics who follow the witch. They cannot be allowed to escape divine punishment. Even if he is really the apostle of the goddess, he should be the one taking the lead in the execution of divine punishment. It's all right. The best bullshit thing is made up of 90% truth and 10% lies. Paladin of the temple. Watch what you say. How exactly divine punishment should be executed is something I decide. I have culled all evil, and divine punishment has already been executed. Let me show you. Devils. My God. Just how did these disgusting creatures? That is my job. Look, how can the witch be the only evil existence in this world? These are all evildoers that I culled one by one. Fiends nearly as evil as the witch. All of these monsters are. The goddess ordered me to act in her stead and eliminate the evil infesting land. The subjugating all the evils of the world is my mission, and imprisoning the fiends in hell is my job. You are currently witnessing the hell I've created. My word. The apostle was doing something like this alone, unbeknownst to us? Indeed. No one recognized your efforts a hell of this magnitude, by a mere human like you all alone? Yes, such is my job. Ah! O light almighty, you need not punish the witch yourselves, for the evildoers have already been culled. They will suffer eternally in my shadow, and I am their hell. So the revered apostle has been saving us endlessly without us knowing. Exactly so. I have nothing more to teach you. Go forth. This instructor of yours is as pure as a child. So he really cannot manage a son of a gun like you. How very modest. I still have much to learn from your wicked personality. Instructor, I'm sure you can see now. This is the will of the goddess, her divine retribution. Surely you do not intend to defy the strict will imposed by the goddess. If I may, revered apostle, are these atrocious devils truly safely locked away? What I mean is, if these devils were to escape into the world, the damage would be immense. So you wish to personally confirm whether I have indisputably imprisoned these creatures. O revered apostoli. What do you intend to do with this skeleton? Allow me to fully resolve your doubts. Ghoul, recover your memories. What the fuck? You goddamn son of a bitch. Just what beef do you have with me that you made me like this? I wouldn't feel content even if I were to boil you in sewage water. I'll kill you. You hobo piece of shit. You dare do this to me? No matter what happens, I'll fuck you up for sure. As you can see, this man is an evildoer as wretched as the witch. No. You could say he's an even greater monster than the witch. The witch was born a monster, but this man committed atrocious crimes as a human. And who the fucking hell are you guys? OL? Snake. Long ears. The fuck are you looking at? You fucking mob shitheads that would drop a store item on getting killed. Dance. What? I mean, hey, wait a sec. I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you. You will be killed by me. For Suyuyuri, the devils can never defy my orders. Are you still worried, O reverent apostle? May we have the honor of knowing your name? My name is Gongja. We will do as you say. Gongjanim, congratulations. You have cleared the normal stage. You have cleared the hidden quest, hero of the frozen world. You have cleared the boss stage. Cleared by party of one, king of death. Tabulating clear rewards. Tabulation complete. The rewards are given in 24 hours after entering floor 21. Who would clear a boss stage like this? Nut job Kim. You little dash. Kuhaha. Haha. Ha 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 ha. Well, it doesn't matter if I'm a nut job or not. I cleared all the way up to the 20th floor with the method I wanted. Not even a single hunter died while doing so. Not a single person of the empire or continent died. And I even saved this little one. The 20th floor would have probably cleared itself even if I didn't do anything. Because the burning and disappearance of the village is also a kind of conclusion. As long as there's a proper conclusion, the tower doesn't care whether it's a happy ending or a bad ending. Otherwise, USOHA wouldn't have been able to clear up to the 40th floor. Therefore, this isn't a world predetermined by the tower. And it's not an end that came about because there was no other choice. Today, rain will not fall from the sky, and flames will not engulf the ground. Simply the ending that I chose. Is that thing really a part of the ending you chose? Bastard! You won't stop this. Fucking hell. Why aren't you stopping this? Isn't it fucking beautiful? Fucking hell dash. This is a public service announcement. Floor 20 has been cleared today. Announcing once again. Floor 20 has been cleared today. Ah, what a damn shame. There's no internet here. Didn't you decide to not pay attention to the responses of others? When did I say something like that? Well, didn't you say you wanted to get the recognition of people like the Witch and Gramps more than the general public? Floor 21 will open 24 hours from now. Don't you know that the more, the better? I'll get recognition from all of them. 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 53 seconds. Wow. Aren't you one greedy fucker? How can one be this greedy? 17. Of death. You're crazy, you know? Well and truly crazy. For a rookie who hasn't even turned 20 yet. You're really... most. Black Dragon, which it hurts. To think you really cleared the 20th floor in 5 days. Are you nuts? You probably don't know how crazy people are going in the tower. Look, I dropped by the first floor real quick and screenshotted the SE. Breaking news. Race to cut the Gordian knot. Floor 14. Cleared. The new star's alias has been set as King of Death. Who's playing the leading role, the Sword Saint? The Witch? Or the King of Death? There were too many articles. So couldn't screenshot them all. Sorry. But you've got to understand. KD. It's not just the tower, but the outside world that's going wild. The titles might be like that, but they're all about you. Where you're from, what kind of life you've lived, how you instantly became a ranker. Wait a sec. Did you screenshot all of these yourself? Of course. So you mean to say that, in order to show me what kind of articles there are, you teleported all the way to floor 1, teleporting to the floor 1 city. And then you searched up all those articles one by one. And screenshot all of them one by one? When you put it like that, yeah. Second in the hunter ranking and the topmost figure of authority in the tower. This person. Ah, I'm telling you just in case, but don't read the comments. People jealous of you have bombed the comment section. Even though having 0 casualties is such an amazing feat. Pay no heed to the rabble. Are you an angel? You seriously consider someone an angel just because they're a little nice to you? Huh. If not an angel, then perhaps a goddess? Crazy bastard. And take a look at this too. Look, you made the front page. This is the first time something like this has happened in the history of the tower. I can't believe you jumped all the way from outside the ranking to 3rd in one go. 3rd in the ranking. Congratulations, King of Death. You're also someone who represents all the hunters now. You'll have to pay a little more attention to your attitude from now on, too.
Attitude?
Currently, you've joined all of the top 5 guilds. Even though you're actually independent. As a hunter placed 3rd on the ranking, you should have a title on the level of guildmaster. It's true that you're in all top 5 guilds simultaneously, but being a regular guild member doesn't suit you now. Guildmaster, huh? Though, well, if you're more of a lone bird that destroys everything in its path like that, Gramps, I won't force you. Are you talking about me behind my back right now? That aside, who are those guys? They are soldiers who have gathered from all over the continent. It's a long story, but, Gantz, after defeating the Demon King, there was an event where those NPCs invaded floor 20, I guess. Using a skill and item effect, I tricked them into thinking that I'm the emissary or whatever of the Empire's founder, and they backed off. I guess you've got a knack for lying as well. Well, I was able to clear the floor without spilling any blood thanks to that. I wasn't trying to badmouth you. I'm actually really glad. Thanks to you, we'll be able to trade with this continent too. Which means we won't have to bow and scrape to those old guys in the outside world anymore. Those nasty jerks. Always using food to drive down the prices. Let's see if they can keep doing that in the future. Trade between the tower and the outside world is fundamentally unfair. Be it capital, resources, or technology, the outside has it in greater abundance than the tower. When I first met her, I thought she was an unfriendly person. Food. Food is always the problem. It must mean that we've grown closer. Black Dragon, which you're saying hunters will start trading with this continent, right? Naturally. I'll lend you my name. In this world, I'm the emissary of the founder and the apostle of the goddess. If I paint you all as apostles of the goddess too, it should make trading easier. That's an offer I'm grateful for. But it's not like you would lend us your name for free, is it? What do you want? Floor 20. You can't mean the entirety of floor 20? Yes. To be exact, I'd like all of the land on floor 20 to be my posse's shown. In exchange, I'll take nothing for clearing floors 11 to 19. You can divide the profits of trading with the continent with the other hunters as well. It's an extraordinary offer. This isn't something I can decide with my authority alone. We'll have to discuss it with the other guild masters. Do you really want this place? It obviously doesn't appear to have much value. It's small and it doesn't look that great for farming. With my experience, getting a share of the harvest from clearing. Floor 11 to Zo seems far more profitable. I like real estate more than money. Land is best. I'll gather up the guild masters. You've got to go see them eventually anyway, so let's have a meeting on floor 1 together. Sounds good. By the way, there's something I've wanted to ask for a while. What in the world is that? You haven't seen anything yet? Black Dragon Witch. Teleporting to the floor 1 city. Are you fine with having the meeting at the same coffee shop as last time? Yes, it's all the same to me. For everyone else, it's only been 5 days. But for me, it's the first time here in hundreds of days. Ah, what's up? It's finally hitting me that I cleared the floor. Shem, you'll probably be realizing a little more than that soon. Like I said, everyone on the tower is going crazy talking about you. You should prepare yourself. They're here. It's the King of Death. The witch and the sword saint is with him. That means he must be the King of Death. Are the rumors true? Did you actually clear floor 20 by yourself? Please, look over here for a sec. What's your relationship with the Black Witch? Don't say a word. You've never dealt with the media before, right? Mysterious figure? Or superstar? Huh? I'm asking what image you want to go with. Mysterious figure or superstar? Once you pick your image, it's hard to change it. So pick carefully. By the way, being a superstar is like being a movie star. You need to create social media accounts, and you'll need personal secretaries. The Black Dragon Guild can manage your personnel and security. For now, I move around by myself because I'm unwilling to partake in this kerfuffle. Then what does being a mysterious figure entail? It's quite simple. Learn to be expressionless. You'd be banned from using social media, making television appearances, and doing any sorts of live streams. You'd be limited to doing about 2 interviews a year, and only with reporters pre-approved by me. That's all? So you still have no idea how hard all this is. Attention is a drug. One of the most addicting drugs ever. People can be happy by gaining the attention of just 10 or so people. Now, with just a few words here, millions of people will react. There's not a lot of people who can resist this kind of a drug. HunterNet announcements, general chat, info central forum, holy shit. Just saw the king of death. It's all meaningless. Yeah, but it feels good nonetheless. What do you want to do, K.D? What I want is acknowledgement. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's a bit more than just receiving attention. I'm satisfied with the attention that the people around me give. However, what I want from hundreds of thousands or even millions of people isn't attention but acknowledgement. I don't think the two are all that different, but I'll respect your decision. I'm glad that this is the kind of person you are. Reaparican. So, how does one learn to be expressionless? I'll tell you the secret. Think back to a really unpleasant memory. In my case, back in the outside world, my dad died because of the Civil War. While we were running away together, I think some soldiers started chasing us. He stayed behind and told me to keep running and not look back. Idautak. Even while guns fired behind me, I continued running. I continued running without looking back. I'm not upset that I decided to run away. I was just a child back then. But why didn't I look back? It wasn't a hard task. Whenever I have to be stoic, I think back to that moment. Recalling how I ran until my chest was pumping hard wipes all emotion off my face. I'm sure you have at least one or two memories like that. You're a quick learner. You'll get used to this pretty fast. Ahaha. Welcome. Didn't think you'd actually manage to clear up to floor 20 in 5 days. This is the greatest breakthrough since the inception of the tower. You have my sincere respect. Hunter Gongja. No, I should call you King of Death now. Honestly, I thought that you, Black Witch and Sword Saint were going to fail and die. You even cleared floor 20 by yourself. If you have some sort of secret method, please teach us. All I did was live as a good person. What a very practical piece of advice. Anyway, long time no see. It's nice seeing you guys again. How have you all been? What do you mean long time no see? It's only been 5 days. As promised, we initially stayed inside the Imperial Chamber. But after a while, the NPCs of the Empire suddenly started moving around. That must be when I defeated the Demon King on floor 12. The NPCs thought we were enemies that intruded inside the palace. Because of that, the guards and knights came after us. It was a spine-chilling experience, but this shorty has a lot of tricks up his sleeves. First, we let them capture us, and then we escaped from jail. TCH, it was real troublesome. Hahal, wasn't it fun? Who knew there'd be a secret tunnel inside a basement jail? It was like I was a kid again, right? You said you were held captive by the Bulgarian mafia when you were a kid. Yep. Jail. Basement. Escaping. They were all part of my shining childhood. Crazy bastard. Alright. I get that we all lived amazing, cool lives in the outside world. The Countess was born in a trashy Indian village. Viper, your parents were executives in a crime family. Paladin had some rough times in Venezuela. The outside world views all of us here as human garbage. Ain't that right? I don't think that's something we should be talking about here. So should I take this as you wanting to treat King of Death as one of us? Yeah. You guys wouldn't know, but King of Death was instrumental in our advancement inside the tower. During this raid, we ended up with 0 casualties. Let's not forget how many hunters were present on floor 11. I want to make this man the hero that represents our tower. Countess, you're too greedy. Heretic Inquisitor, you've killed too many people. I can't even refute the truth. Yes, they were necessary sacrifices. Paladin, you don't like attention. As for Viper, he's too self-centric. I'm sorry, you're too ugly. As you all know, the Sword Saint is a geezer that's obsessed with the sword. And it's not an option for me since I have to work in the shadows a lot. On the other hand, King of Death has no public image yet. Indeed. Also, we've been on the scene long enough that the public has lost interest in us. We've been publishing the magazine with the news of the hunter world, but sales in the outside world have continued to drop. He's a bit short, but that's fine. Just like with me, we can just Photoshop a bit. I do have to ask, are you dating anyone right now? What about past relationships? I don't have any, so there's no concern of a scandal. Perfect. When he smiles, he kind of looks like an asshole. That's why I think we should go with the image of a mysterious figure. It's actually bad if he doesn't have anyone he's dating. He's bound to be caught up in weird rumors. It's fine. I'll take care of that. So you're going with the scenario of having fallen in love after being together for 5 days? Ahaha. That sounds good to me. I've been making anonymous donations to the orphanage for a situation like this. Let's say that King of Death was the benefactor all along. That'll be great, thanks. First, let's call a designer and a photographer. We need to give the media at least one photo by today, men. Didn't you say we'd go with the image of a mysterious figure? Do I really need a designer for something like that? It'll be just for today. Just one photo. Let's just take a single photo to show them. Okay. Please look over here. Everyone in the world wants to know about you. Yep. That's perfect. This time with your sword. Please look like a wolf seeking its prey inside a side. Wick, he looks surprisingly good in a suit. What if we go with the image of a young man with a burning passion for adventure? That sounds great. Pft, pft. The 25 haha. Ha 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 ha. Screw this. A hunter's job should be working hard to climb the tower. Why are we concerned about stuff like public image and photo shoots? You guys stagnated, unable to clear floor 10 for years, because you wasted time on shit like this. That was a pretty good line. For this issue's tagline, let's go with CA Hunter's job is to climb the tower. We used to be passionate like that in our zoos as well. Stop it. I came here to talk about floor 20. I'll surrender all authority over floors 11 to 19 to you guys. So let floor 20 be my property. Having an altruistic image will probably also be good. How about this for tomorrow's headline? King of Death gives up authority over floors 11 to 19 to the public. Says he's satisfied simply getting to clear the tower. And on the second page, we can put an article that goes King of Death regularly donates to the orphanage. And then we can say we gave floor 20 to him as a sign of respect and gratitude. Give it up, young man. This same thing happened when I became rank 1. These kids wish to show the outside world that we are living well here too. It's a form of inferiority complex. Even though they gave up everything and entered the tower, they are still so resentful. Let's go. We'll burn daylight if we stay here. Then let's run. K.D. We're going to have a press conference tomorrow, so try and get back by morning. And get here by jumping across rooftops, so you don't get spotted. Be careful. Gasp. Sword Saint Nim. Could you leave your post for just 5 minutes? Well, are you the King of Death? Yes. Wuda. This is my first time seeing you in person. Holy crap. I am sorry. But this is the only paper I have right now. Could you sign this? What's your name? WL, I don't have an alias yet. But can I please have your autograph? King of Death. I've never autographed anything before. I'd die for it. Please. Thank you. I'm going to make this my family treasure. Sword Saint Nim. Young man. To you, I'm sure I look like someone that's killed a lot of people. If you look into a mirror, you'll see that you're also a mass murderer. But you probably aren't punishing yourself for that. That's because you have a clear criteria of only punishing those who have harmed many. I also have a criteria of my own. That's punishing those who will harm many in the future. So Sword Saint Nim, the paths you and I are walking aren't all that different. You don't need to persuade me like this. I'm different from the other hunters. All the other high rankers are kids that suffered in the outside world. On the other hand, I was born and raised in a life where I had everything I could want. However, I came to question whether my success came from my own abilities or not. Maybe I was just a product of having everything handed to me. I didn't want to accept that. I was definitely blessed with a good life, but I also had pride that I pulled myself up by my bootstraps. I wanted to prove that my pride wasn't just self-delusion. So that's why you entered the tower. It seems that while I was unaware, I became careless. Opening skill card. Eyes of a detective rank B. Effect: you are able to see other people's kill count. Indirect kills do not count towards the counter. Only acts of murder with clear intent are counted in the total. However, you are unable to know how the murder was committed. I was foolish. I said I'd only trust my eyes and hands, yet at some point, I started relying on these things called skills. Young man, I shall ask you a final question. Have you ever killed an innocent life? I see. So this is why he said there was no need for me to persuade him. Persuasion is done with the head. King of Death, speak with your heart rather than your head. No. I have never done such a thing, Sword Saint Nim, and I will never do such a thing. I shall trust my eyes. You've worked hard the past 5 days. Thanks for playing along with the obstinacy of this old man. I should have said this earlier, but breaking through floors 12 to 19 with you was extremely enjoyable. Get some rest. Floor 21 should open right when the press conference ends tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you in action on the next floor as well, King of Death. Hey, Sword Emperor. The Sword Saint just acknowledged me, didn't he? Yeah. I think he did. Fowuk. Phew. It's finally over. Floor 20 is now mine, and the Guildmasters will take care of the media for me. So yeah, it's all over now. What do you mean, it's over? You're talking like you cleared floor 50 or something. The Goddess of Protection is amazed by your achievement. The Goddess of Protection acknowledges all your deeds. The Goddess of Protection thinks that you are worthy enough to truly become her apostle. What the? The Goddess of Protection says you may continue using her. Wait, what do you mean? The Goddess of Protection asks you to look down. Down? The Goddess of Protection says to look a bit more to your left. Wait a sec, the Goddess of Protection is using up all of her authority. The Goddess of Protection. Was you all along? The Goddess of Protection says yes. You guys are currently watching an incredible scene. Please look at the latest footage that we, the BBS, have just obtained. The man behind the conquering of floor 20, what is the identity of this? New rising star? Can you see it? The Black Witch is holding hands with this hunter. We believe that this hunter is the King of Death. Garuku, if this footage hasn't been manipulated, it is apparent that the King of Death killed the boss of floor 11 in a single strike. One-hit killing a boss monster is something very unheard of. In the next footage, why'd you turn it off? I was watching that. Because I feel like I'm going to die of embarrassment. So what if you do? It's not like you can actually die anyway. I still don't like it. Okay. Switch to a different channel then. Every channel is going on and on about me anyway. The Goddess of Protection says it's because your accomplishment is that unprecedented. The Goddess of Protection advises that fame is like a tax that heroes have to pay and that it is necessary for you to get used to it. We weren't able to have a proper talk because I was so tired yesterday. But, Miss Goddess, don't you think you're overestimating me too much? You are the light. The Goddess of Protection still clearly remembers the lion's roar you shouted on top of the Empire's wall. Stop. Stop. I only said that because I was caught up in the heat of the moment. Your respectable declaration. Please take good care of the Empire, please. In that regard, your confidence is something to be proud of. Is this sword standing me? The Goddess of Protection confesses that she is happy to serve someone like you as her second master. Just like how I used to stand the Flame Emperor? Especially the line you mumbled while taking in the Demon King of the Autumn Rain as your own. A lord has a responsibility to protect Ugg. The Goddess of Protection is, you started this. The Goddess of Protection senses a threat to her well-being. The Goddess of Protection asks you to stop. The Goddess of Protection. Phew, you're finally quiet. So you're a constellation? But then why are you a sword? Did you fuse with it? Aren't constellations like the administrators of each stage? I've seen cases like Preta where a monster became a constellation. But I've never seen an item that's a constellation. The Goddess of Protection shakes her head. It's better to think of a constellation as something that can represent each world. The Goddess of Protection explains that she was originally a holy spirit that was worshipped as a god. However, the founder of the Empire, Leophanta Ejim, sealed her by splitting her up into 5 swords. She says that she is the first of those holy swords, the idol. The name of the sword is idol? That's correct. The first sword. The idol, the second sword. The pity, the third sword. The prayer, the fourth sword. The sacrifice, the sixth sword. The salvation, the Goddess of Protection brags that by gathering up all the 5 sister swords, she can regain the power of her golden days. So you're saying that you're only a fragment of the true holy sword, and in order to draw out your full power, I need to find the other 4 swords? That's pretty interesting. So where are the other sister swords? Hello? Miss Goddess? I asked, where are the other sister swords? Do you by any chance not know? The goddess of protection pleads the 5th. So you're saying you don't know. The goddess of protection defends herself, saying that she can sense them if they're nearby. Well, luckily it's not urgent. At least you have a 5th of your power. So Miss Idle Sword, what can you do? Find, you are able to receive absolute support from the citizens of the Egypt Empire. I already know that full well. What else? The goddess of protection brags that she's great at shining out light. I've seen it countless times, so I obviously know about that as well. My eyes. Seriously, what else can you do other than getting support from the Empire citizens and shining? I am confident at cutting down monsters. The goddess of protection also quickly adds that she's confident at cutting down people as well. It's been noisy in there for a while. Is there a problem? I'm okay. Really? The press conference will start in 5 minutes. And when that's over, it should be time for floor 21 to open up. Just throw some responses at them for a bit and head straight to floor 21. Okay. Yes. You're always top-notch at saying yes. Make sure you're not late. So to summarize, you're saying you're useless except for being able to shine. The goddess of protection tries to refute that harsh opinion. Whatever. Starting immediately, your name's going to be shiny. Names like Holy Sword and Goddess of Protection are a waste on you. Besides, you weren't even able to protect your country. Also, you're way too loud. My head's already over capacity with the Sword Emperor. You're giving me a headache. From now on, unless it's something that's absolutely necessary, don't talk to me, the Goddess of Protection, unless you want me to return you to the Egypt Empire. Do I make myself clear, Shiny? Shiny responds by saying, yes, Hero Nim. Thank you for the warm welcome. Black Dragon Witch. So the Black Dragon, which was extremely popular before the Saintess came on the scene. Please look over here. Just once is enough. As you all know, we have conquered floors 11 to Zo. As highlighted by various media outlets, it's an incredible achievement. We were wondering how we would be able to let everyone know about this momentous occasion. But as if our worrying was pointless, you guys let the world know for us. Thank you for saving us our promotions budget. Worrying was pointless, you guys let the world know for us. Thank you for saving us our promotions budget. But what we're most proud of this time is something else. It's not the clearing of floor 10 that everyone's been working hard on for the past few years. It's also not the clearing of floor 20 at an unprecedented and unexpected rate. 0 casualties. I'm happiest at the fact that not a single person died. Everyone, please look below you for a second. Look at the ground of the Babylon Square that you're all standing on top of. You'll see the names engraved on each stone. You'll see the names of everyone that's fallen till now. They are our predecessors that sacrificed their lives to conquer the tower. When floor 2 was conquered, as well as when floor 3 was conquered, countless names were engraved onto the ground. I am truly happy to be able to declare in front of them that today, not a single name is being engraved into the square. Black Witch. Black Witch. Now we'll take some questions from reporters. Everyone will take one question. I don't even have to do anything. This is why it's important to know who to side with. 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 10 seconds. Fram, my answer to that question is, I want to be done with this press conference and get to floor 21 already. Hi, I'm John Evans, a reporter from Babylon Daily News. I have a question for the King of Death, the new rank 3. Me? There's a lot of talk about your quick rise in the rankings. The theory that you're a grand rookie prepared by the major guilds in secret has been gaining a lot of traction. If this is true, it means that the King of Death is a hero manufactured by the major guilds. Am I also heard that you've obtained exclusive rights over floor 20? There are even worries among the people that the major guilds are planning on monopolizing floors 11 to 20 for themselves. What do you think about this? He's just pulling aggro. Don't answer. I'll take care of it. No, people like them will continue to show up. I think I should express my stance at least one. But it's okay. I have my ways. Just don't go too crazy. I can cover up most mistakes. But if you go too far, I won't be able to control the media. There's no one that's as well behaved as me. You know I'm a prophet. Mic test. 1, 2. Hello everyone. I'm the hunter that has received the alias King of Death. Nice to meet you all. Your name was John Evans, correct? Yes, that's a bit of an overwhelming glare. There's only one way to respond to his gaze. I think the concerns of the people are due to how inadequate I am. Excuse me? I just have to say the exact opposite of what the Flame Emperor would say. I'll repeat it again. I think that the concerns of the people are due to how inadequate I am. Unlike the Black Dragon, which I lack both public speaking skills and experience. However, I have a piece of knowledge others don't have. The interviews of the world's greatest asshole hunter. We were able to clear up to floor 20 because I'm so amazing, you shitlings. I worked my ass off to clear it. What do you want? Of course it should be mine. Mr. Tabloid. Who else should get this other than me? Your fucking dad? Known as the Your Fucking Dad incident. Despite the Black Dragon which pulling the plug on the press conference, Suha kept inciting the reporters, so the scene of him cursing at the reporters' parents and family ended up getting spread across the world by streamers. If you invert the worst, it becomes the best. We were able to clear up to floor 20 because I'm so amazing, you shitlings. I know that public opinion of me is at a real high, but they're overrating me. Without the help of the Black Dragon Witch and the Sword Saint, I would have never cleared floor 20 by myself. I worked my ass off to clear it. What do you want? Of course it should be mine. Of course, I gave it my all so that we wouldn't lose anyone. But I don't think that this is a sacrifice that I've made. I think that it was something that I naturally had to do as a human, as a hunter. Of course it should be mine. That's why I don't intend on claiming it as mine. Also why I passed the authority over floors 11 to 19 to the guild masters. Who else should get this other than me? Floor 20 will be a greenbelt zone of sorts, and it'll be occupied by the residents of the tower that were initially there. I'm satisfied just being the administrator of said floor. Your fucking dad? That's all, Reporter Evans. Do you have any other questions? And no, I do not. Scans.com. Good. If you've got nothing more to say, fuck off. You American pig. Thank you. If anyone else has questions, I can do a short QSA. Over here. I'm from Summons Times. Please listen to my question. King of Death. I'm from the Tower Daily. This opposite strategy worked incredibly well. I'm from the BBS. What? Summons Times? I ain't doing an interview with you guys ever. Your newspaper smells crusty old. He really is reliable as my compass. I'll have the reporter from Summons Times go first. And with that, I'll conclude this Q&A. 5 minutes and 27 seconds, King of Death. Just one more question, everyone. I understand your curiosity over our new hero. However, there's not much time left. We've finished resting for a whole day, and now we'll go back to working hard on clearing the tower. Willock Black Ragenho, please continue giving us your support and attention. We're going to give it our all to achieve the goal of 0 casualties once again. Black Dragon Witch, I'd like to ask one final question. What is the relationship between the Black Dragon Witch and the King of Death? Our relationship, you say? We're comrades that are more than friends. Be by more than friends. Do you mean dash? As I said, we're comrades that are more than friends. That's all. Hope there isn't any misunderstanding over that. The press conference held by the Black Dragon Guild will conclude here. We'd like to thank everyone's cheers and praises once again. Be Black Dragon Witch. You can't just end it there. Please, can we get more clarification over what you said? King of Death. How are you interpreting what she just said? King of Death. Let's go. You're leaving after getting them riled up like that? Let's just say I'm a girl that loves soap operas. You need to have a fiery ending in order to leave a lasting impression. As expected of a guildmaster in control of the tower. Phew, that was perfect. K.D. That humble attitude of yours was a huge plus. People like heroes, but they especially like heroes that bow down to them. But you didn't seem like a bitch either. What a great balance. I didn't think you were that talented at controlling the media. Where were you all this time? Tell me if you have anything you want. Money? fame, or perhaps a lover? As long as it's something that's here inside the tower, I'll get it for you.
I'm alright.
Black Dragon, what was that about comrades that are more than friends? You surprised me. Oh, that's nothing. It's just a smoke. The media is going to try and unearth everything about you, so it'll be best if their focus is on me. Really? Don't worry. KD, I've been dealing with the media by myself for years now. You can trust me when it comes to such matters. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, those who climb the tower. Congratulations on breaking through the Demon King's resentful shadow. Don't let your guard down, zombie. No, now isn't the time to get caught up in festivities. Floor 21 and beyond is a completely different stage. You guys could have eternally remained on floor 1 of the tower. It was a refuge for those that had run away. You could have selected safety by forfeiting from the challenge. But instead, you all chose to break through floor 10 and floor 20. You have resolved yourself to seeing the top of this tower. If that is the case, it is only right that I respond to your wills. What the? I didn't say teleport yet. Is it forcibly teleporting us? Oh, those that have decided to climb the tower. Those that have gladly accepted their new names and become warriors of the tower. From today on, only those warriors that have been selected will carry on the great feat. Welcome, O warriors that climb the tower. I have waited for you, every day feeling like an eternity. Welcome to the great library of all knowledge. Welcome, warriors that climb the tower. I have waited for you, every day feeling like an eternity. But that's okay. Life is a process that starts and ends with encounters. I've met so and so is the true meaning of life. And waiting is like a spice that deepens the flavor of life. The constellation Hold Up Head Librarian welcomes you. Let me sincerely greet you once again. Welcome to the great library of all knowledge. What? Where am I? Don't look at me. Oh my God. Anna, my goodness. It seems that I was quite inconsiderate. Book, thank goodness. I felt so bad for them. Who are you? None. And where is this place? Oh, Black Witch. I am simply a nameless pawn that manages a slightly large library. Compared to you, I am basically a worthless extra. I'd prefer that you pretended I'm not even here. A slightly large library, you say? To me, it seems closer to a world made up of libraries. Ho, you I see. Must be the king of death. Oh, you don't have to be so on guard. I simply wish to welcome you all. To me, you are like heroes of epics. Heroes of epics? Chronicles of Aegean Empire stuff like this. My hobby is reading books. However, the books gathered in my library are no ordinary books. Story of the City of Ascension Chronicles of the Aegean Empire, they are books related to your history, about the worlds where the tower exists. I'm sure you're wondering why only you guys were summoned among the countless warriors. The reason's quite simple. It's because in your world, you guys are the only ones with names as characters. All 302 people gathered here are warriors with aliases. Only hunters with aliases were summoned? What about everyone else? Wait, is this all the people that get to participate in clearing the tower? Don't worry. You guys managed to protect the Aegean Empire with only 3 people. You have 300 people. That's more than 100-fold. You guys should have no problem making your way through the stages that I prepared. Nam, please hurry this up, Mr. Head Librarian. I get that you're excited over seeing actual living people, but we want to climb the tower already. Oh, that's right. I was so excited over meeting you all, I forgot to give you your quest. However, explaining everything verbally just isn't my style. I wonder which work will really help you guys grasp the gravity of the situation. This apocalypse is a bit too boring, and this one is a bit too calm. This one will do. I'll warn you ahead of time. This is just so you guys can get a taste, so don't be too surprised. I am the head librarian. However, like I said earlier, the records that gather in my library are no ordinary books. Gasp. I could say it's a little, no, much greater, the great library of all knowledge. As its name might imply, it is a library that records countless worlds. Now, this is the world that you guys cleared. Story of City of Ascension, and this is your own world. There are many ways you can call these books. Some call them epics. Others prefer chronicles. There are even some that call them annals or sagas. But I have a personal term that I prefer. Apocalypse. Your apocalypse is, according to your preferred terminology, in serialization. The lengthy prologue just ended, and now that you guys are a bit up the tower, it's finally a little interesting to read. However, not all serializations of the apocalypse progress so smoothly. There are apocalypses that end up facing cancellation. It's not just this world. There are many worlds like this. If the previous apocalypse's reason for cancellation was fire, the reason for cancellation of this apocalypse is water. Isn't it tragic? The characters of this apocalypse were alive just like you guys. But before they could even reach a proper conclusion, or arouse a grandeur ending, everything ended due to an unjust reason. I call this cancellation, but you guys simply refer to this as the end of the world. Herg. MMPH. Cough. I'm not surprised they want to vomit. They were repeatedly shown images that normal people can't handle. The quest I am giving you guys is simple. Pick 8 volumes among the cancelled apocalypses. Pick 8 among the fallen worlds. I want to finish reading the cancelled apocalypses. I want to see more stories from the fallen worlds. Enter 8 volumes of the apocalypse, and save the apocalypses from cancellation. Enter 8 worlds and save them from ending. That is the quest I am bestowing all with. You remake the world. Volume 1 difficulty undecided objective. There are countless worlds and countless world endings. The constellation Hold-Up Head Librarian calls this cancellation. The Hold-Up Head Librarian wishes that these worlds that face cancellation, due to unjust reasons, have their stories continue. First, pick a volume from one of the cancelled apocalypses. If you are successful in saving that world will be registered as your floor 22. However, if you fail the quest, floor 22 will not open. Blarg. Vey. Herg. Please make sure to clean up your own vomit. It's only basic cap manners. The cleanliness of a library can only be maintained through a collective group effort. Bookmarks? They're bookmark maids. They'll be your attendants until you guys clear floor 30. They're still monsters, right? Creepers insto. You could view it that way. There are a few things to keep in mind during your stay. First, do not touch any books without my permission. These are books that I collected while spilling my own sweat and blood. They are apocalypses with only a single volume in the entire universe. Fuck off. Don't make me laugh. In the end, you're just a boss monster. Hey, grab your weapons. Screw the quests. We can clear floor 30 by just killing this son of a bitch. Even this king of death or whatever cleared floor Zo by himself. And we can easily take care of this snot-nosed brat. What says that we can't do the same? Huh, you guys know all of the 5 major guilds. Back off. I didn't like that you guys monopolized the clearing of floor 11 and above. And now you guys have picked up this brat out of nowhere and are fabricating him to be some sort of hero. Who do you think you are talking to? No. King of Death, if you leave guys like these alone, they'll only. This is all being broadcasted live right now. Hold your anger. What? Prior to my regression, I spectated the raid up to floor 30 from the town square. It's being broadcasted live in the town square as a hologram. The constellation said it earlier. We're no different than characters. So of course, there would be readers watching the characters. If you leave a bad impression right now, people will remember it forever. I see. So how you clear the stage is important this time around. Yes, we're already inside a work called the Great Library. Welcome, King of Death. Receiving floor 20 clear reward. Normal stage reward. You are blessed by the God of Beauty. From floor 21 to floor 30, you are able to check the favorability of characters. Hidden stage reward. You are blessed by the God of Snakes. Kim Gongja. Perfect. These are just the bonuses that I needed. From floor 21 to floor 30, you are able to observe the psyche of characters. I should test it out. Character window. If we are actually being broadcasted to Babylon, I need to act refined from here on out. Clearing is a secondary objective. Yeah, if that's the case, the wisest tactic will be, what's up? Why are you looking at me like that? It's nothing. I hope that's the case, but if something's wrong, please tell me. Prince Charming on a horse. At that age, a prince. Hey, zombie. You should go get on a horse for her. Character window. I mean, all a hero needs to become a prince is a crown, right? And you said it yourself that you're a hero. Fuck. That thing doesn't work on me as well. Does it? Mothers. Hey, I'll fucking kill you. Turn it off right now. And erase it from your memories. You asswipe. I'll actually fucking kill you. And I'll stop being your friend. Alrighty. Bow down to me until floor 30 without talking back. Or else I'm going to pull up your psyche window whenever I have time. You bitch. Just you wait. Yeah. Good thinking, everyone. With this many people, a boss like this should be nothing. How foolish. Have you forgotten that this constellation just showed us the end of various worlds? He could easily toss us into those worlds if he wished so. Yet you still want to pick a fight with him? You people must be insane. Though I won't stop you if you all wish to commit mass suicide. Don't pussy out now. The King of Death cleared floor 10 and 20 by himself. Boss monsters are normally like that. This is all a ruse by the major guilds. You can just fuck off if you want to wag your tail to the 5 great guilds your entire life. Are you done getting in line? Yeah, you bitch-ass boss monster. 50 people is more than enough to take care of a brat like you. Sorry. I'm personally not a fan of cliches. I'm gonna finish this quickly. What the? In this apocalypse, humanity fell and only a single magician survived. Tack after facing all sorts of hardships. He's more of a tentacle monster than a human now. I very much like this main character, ranking 9th in my list of favorite characters. This magician's speciality is seal magic, and our relationship is like that of a guest and a host. Aveir in return for me sometimes providing him with ingredients. The magician gladly listens to my requests, right? One of the magician's hobbies is to don a maid outfit onto his works. But what can you do about it? All of humanity except himself died. It'd honestly be weirder if he was still right in the head. That cleaned things up. All the useless extras are now gone. Now, do you guys finally feel like becoming main characters? Haha. For 50 people to be eliminated from the get-go. That's quite awful. But in order to make progress, sacrifices are unavoidable. We shall remember your sacrifice and work harder at clearing the floors. Cheer up. We could have lost 100 people. So it's a great fortune that we only lost 50. You guys don't want to drink any? It's very delicious. First up. Heretic Inquisitor, you should shut your mouth. The more you talk, the more our morale falls. That's not good. If that's the case, I'll gladly shut up. I hope you all get it now. We can't just rashly pick a fight with this constellation. The best course of action right now is to simply follow the quest the head librarian gave us. I'm now ranked 3rd. I have the 3rd greatest say here. I need to get used to being the center of attention. However, it's not disadvantageous for us to follow the quest. Everyone carefully take a look at the quest window. Okay. First, pick a volume from one of the cancelled apocalypses. If you are successful in saving that world will be registered as your floor 22. However, if you fail the quest, floor 22 will not open. The most important part is the second to last sentence. Do you guys understand what that means? Depending on what world we save, our reward will change. If we save a world that has a ton of diamonds, that world will become our floor 22. Diamonds is just an example. Let's say that it's a world that has plenty of food, water, and other resources. Self-sufficiency. We'd be able to solve our food shortage without any help from the outside world. Exactly. Santob Proverbios are 9/13, Santob Decarian Proverbios Moralis Santob Decarian Proverbios Moralis Santob. Decarian over Bios Moralis. Hey. King of Death. Be careful. Nothing happened? That's right. Unless I activate my ability, these apocalypses are no different than ordinary books. The forbidden books that are too dangerous to even touch are hidden deep. Does everyone understand now? Let's gather around and read some books. We need to pick out books that are actually possible to clear as well as beneficial for us to clear.